gpiozero.com, and if you like this video, please don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do it so that you don't miss any of my videos. So without any delay, let's get started. And today, last time we built an LED, blinking LED, but today we are gonna kind of build its 2.0 version. Whenever a button will be pressed, then we will make the LED blink, and this is gonna be very interesting. So without any delay, let's get started. Dap! 3, 2, 1. Let's see the connections. So guys, right now, as you can see over here, I have my breadboard with the GPIO expansion board, and now let's connect our button first. So over here, as you can see, I have my button, right? This is our small button, right? Quite cool. And we need to place like this. So from where these things are not coming out, so from this part, right, this part is empty, right? From here, these pins are not coming out, so those over here we need to connect, right? So though from that part we need, like, from this dividing line that is over here, we need to connect like this over here, so that all the 4 legs are not connected. All the 4 legs of a button are now not connected, right? So we have connected it like this over here, right? Now we need to connect the ground with this button over here. So what we'll do, we'll take a wire, right? Over here I have a wire, right, with which both sides has pins, right? And one side I will connect it to my ground, that is on the 10th place over there. So over there on the 10th place, sorry about that, as you can see on the 10th place, on the 10th place you can see is our ground. So now we need to connect this wire with the ground first, right? So over here, what I'll do, I will connect it with the ground on 10th place. On 10th place, this is connected, and now this part, the second part of the wire, will be connected to the negative side. So over here with negative. So now this is connected with negative. Now this whole negative row has access to the ground, right? So now this whole thing has access to the ground. So what we'll do now, we'll give this connect ground with this button. So what we'll do, we'll connect this wire somewhere over here like this. Perfecto, right? And then the second part of it will be connected to our ground, that is this part. Okay, so like this our ground is connected. And then next what we are gonna do, we are taking another wire, right? So I have the white wire, and with this, through this we'll connect a GPIO pin 2 with, so we'll connect our button with GPIO pin 2. So we will connect this with the second leg, right? And then the second part of it will go to GPIO 2, that is just beside our 3-volt pin. Right, so now GPIO 2 is connected and our button is successfully here, right? And now next we need to connect this LED over here that I have. So whenever the button will be pressed, this LED will blink, right? So this LED will switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. right? So for that, what we'll do, we'll connect our LED, right? Like we need to note that the long part and the small part, right? That is very important. So over here, the long part is at the side from where like at our right side, right? So it is at my right side. So like the long part is at this side, at like this, like this side to where the camera is, and the shorter part is like at that side where the camera isn't, right? So towards you, where you can see directly, you're facing the long parts direction. So over here we have connected our LED, and now we will need to connect our resistor with this. This is our 330 ohms resistor that we'll connect with our LED now. So with its longer part, we'll connect the 330 ohms resistor. So over here it goes just in it. So this 330 ohms resistor is connected. Now one part of this will connect to the ground. As we know, this negative rail, whole thing has ground. So to the shorter end of the LED and the ground, with the shorter end of the LED we need to connect our ground, right? So now over here, this is our wire, right, that has both side pins, and then we'll connect our wire to the ground over here, because this whole negative row has access to ground. And then the second part will go like, we can put it over here, right? Or not over here, over here, right? So now our ground is connected, and then with the resistor we need to connect this wire over here, and then we need to connect it with GPIO 25, right? So with GPIO 25 we need to connect this, that is just under our ground, right? So now with GPIO 25 it is connected, and yeah, this was our circuit. Let's move on to our code. Now it is time to write some code over here, guys. Okay, let's disconnect Bluetooth. Okay, now it's time to write some code, and let's get started with the code. So again, we will need to use the gpiozero library. So from gpiozero, because we want to control an LED, we will import LED as we saw in our last video. Then we need we don't need the time library this time. And next what we need is just from gpiozero, we also need to control the button, right? So from gpiozero we need to import button also, because we are also controlling a button. Now we'll give button is equals to button 2, because a button is connected with GPIO2, so that's why we want to control GPIO2 for a button, so that's why we have passed it 2, right? This is quite some cool stuff over here, right? Next we will define a LED, which LED we need to control, and we need to control the LED that is connected with GPIO 25. So we need to control the LED that is connected with GPIO 25. Next we will need to create a toggle, right? So we will need to create a toggle, like because this is a toggle, like before, like first it will switch on, then it will switch off, then it will switch on. This is toggling, right? So we need to create a toggle to keep track of whether it is switched on or switched off, and according to at that we need to take some action. So while true, So while true, so we are creating an infinite loop. We will use a method, right? So we will use a button method, right? A method that is there for a button. Wait underscore for underscore press. So this is our method, right? That is waiting for our press, right? So now in this while loop, it will not go on till we press our button. When we press a button, we'll check if toggle equals 0. So if it is 0 right now, that is the initial value. Just switch on the LED. So we need to do LED.on and then toggle equals 1. Else LED.off and toggle equals 0. And this was the code for it, but let's try to understand it, what like basically is happening. Toggle is equals to 0. We are checking if toggle is equals to 0. So if it is 0, right, that is the initial value. So at start it is 0, so it will switch on the LED because it was switched off, right? Till now it was switched off, and it will say toggle equals 1, and then again it will wait for a press. Then again when it will be pressed, it will check that if toggle is equals to 0. We changed it to 1 last time, so that's why it will go in the else statement and switch it off and set toggle to 0. Then it will wait for a press. Then when we press, it will check if toggle is equals to 0. We changed it to 0 in the else statement, so it will switch on the LED and set toggle equals 1, and then it will wait for press, and it will go on forever like this. And this was our code. Let's see it in action, guys. 3, 2, 1, snap. So guys, our program is running right now. As soon as I press this button, this LED should switch on. Let's see. Ooh! Let's see if it switches off. Oh, I didn't press it properly. Sorry about that. It is toggling. This is just like working a real LED in our house. So there's a real LED lights in our houses, and when we press a button, then it switches on, switches off. Similarly, we have created a very similar program with some connections and some code, and this was it for this video. Right, so this was it for this video. I want some light, I will keep it on. So this was it, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you guys, bye, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep watching my videos. Bye.